Hey everyone, it's May 27th, 2023, and I want to give you a garden tour update to show you the status of some of the plants after that -9 Fahrenheit freeze we had back in February. Stay tuned. Here's Acuba japonica. As you remember in that video 2 weeks after the -9 event, this thing was looking pretty good, but look at it now. Totally, the top buds are fried. I mean, some of the leaves look okay, but on this one, there's not even, the new growth has stopped. I mean, down here, there's a little new growth, but overall, this thing's looking pretty bad. So I may just chop it down to the ground and start over. Here's another one. You can see the leaves are stunted at the new growth points, very small. A lot of dead tips. So not doing very well. Here's my third one. Lots of damage. You can see here's a rhododendron I had. This was a big leaf cross, and it's been in the ground probably 6, 7, 8 years, and it died. Here's a Fatsia japonica. This thing was looking pretty good 2 weeks after the cold event, but totally died down to the ground. You can see it's starting to re-sprout, but this is a painful journey, and it'll probably get maybe 1.5, 2 feet tall by fall time. Give you a quick shot of this voodoo lily. Look at this guy. This thing is 4 feet tall. This is the biggest one I've ever had. It hasn't opened up yet, so I'm thinking the next couple of days it should open up, but this thing is just massive. So that's pretty cool. Remember that hybrid Yucca filamentosa cross with the rostrata? Looking perfect. Looks nice. And looking at that, looks like it's going to send up a bloom, but another week or so I should be able to see it. Here's the Magnolia grandiflora. Looking good. It's just starting to flesh out. New leaves now. You can see the new leaf buds forming. So in another 2-3 weeks, that'll look nice and green. Here's a crepe myrtle. These were seed grown from seeds from Cincinnati Frank in Ohio. And I had about 15 or so seedlings, and I kept the 3 hardiest ones. So this was -9 this past winter. You can see it's just starting to flesh out now. So hopefully that whole thing will return. Here's Pancreas trifoliata, the hardy orange. Did fine. No issues at all. Leafed out. It's even got some fruit growing, see it? It flowered already. Here's the Elysiums. They're kind of on the tail end of the blooms, but these all flowered normally. They fleshed out normally. So this thing was fully hardy. So Elysium is hardier than the Acuba japonica. Here's a monkey puzzle tree. I'm not noticing any obvious damage other than, you know, the long-term browning after repeat winters, which is normal for our climate. You could see, you know, after 2, 3 winters, 4 winters, the lower branches slowly die off. But the upper plant looks good. And all the leaf or the branch ends are starting to grow again. So I'm happy with that one. This is the coast redwood. This is the high elevation form. This one clearly got some damage. See all the brown? But it's fortunately it's leafing out again from the tips. So this will survive. These were protected. If you looked at my old video, I had a tube around them, so they didn't see any of that cold wind. And I had some mini Christmas lights inside. Here's the other one. This one never got any brown. So I'm thinking it maybe didn't see the direct sun and the cold as much. Or two, it's just maybe a tad hardier. But this one looks good. It's leafing out. And it's about what, maybe 4.5, 5 feet tall now. Hopefully it will grow another 2-3 feet this year. This was that Magnolia grandiflora. I grew these from seed from the biggest specimen in Zone 6B, Rhode Island. So this one's looking good. It's not that tall. It's probably only about 4.5 feet tall. And it survived this past winter very well. You can see the backs of the leaves are smooth. There's no indentum. Here's a sable minor back here. You can see it got fried, but it's starting to put up some new growth now. Little green's coming, so it survived. What else we got? Obviously the yuccas. Yuccas do very well in the cold. Here's that Yucca gloriosa alifoliar form. And here's a rostrata. Here's a chalopsis tree. You can see it's just starting to leaf out now, see? But it's leafing out near the tips of the end. So this thing will fully leaf out. Another two weeks, probably this whole thing will be green. So I'm glad to see that returning. Here's some hardy Opuntia. This is Phaeacantha. These blooms are red. It's a nice looking cactus. This is one of those hybrid yuccas. This one's Yucca filamentosa crossed with rostrata. Then I back crossed it with filamentosa crossed with the rostrata again. This one's forming a trunk. So you can see the bloom stalk was right here. I cut that off today. And we'll see how she does. Looking pretty good. Well, that should do it for the update today. Thanks for watching, everyone.